The DMV that we live
The
in.
streets is the
Streets
is nasty.
is nasty.
Bad out there.
Which is why I be in the house.
Why be in the house?
Because when you in the house, you don't see nothing.
Yeah.
Period. That is how I would
blackmail.
Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it.
Because I do realize that it is possible to recover.
Yeah.
As long as both parties are willing to do the work. Welcome to
Marriage Pinnacle's Chats from the P,
where God's favorites link up.
My name is Dr. Lara.
And I'm Emmy.
And here we are.
Hi.
Another episode.
Welcome to our lair.
Why gotta be a lair?
I know, right?
Welcome to our humble abode. We're here. And here on Marriage Pinnacle, we talk about all things marriage, healthy relationships, love. And we do that from a clinical lens, a cultural lens, and a little bit of a life experience. Actually, like a lot of bit.
It's majority life experience at this point.
It really is like a lot of life experience. We are two first generation Nigerian American firstborn daughters, repping the green, white, green. Yes. And we just love all things like healthy relationships. We honestly believe that marriage is the foundation for strong families and communities. Yeah. And so we ask that you join our Peace Seeker community, get to know when we're doing events, we're doing a lot of stuff. So our live podcast, know all of the details for that. So join our Peace Seeker
email list.
Join our email list, hit us up on Instagram, slide in our DMs, all of the things. And, keep up with us. We want to know who you guys are, where you're listening in from. So drop that in the comments. If you're listening from in the US, drop it. If you're listening from out of the country, drop that. We want to know who you guys are. And hit that notification bell and follow us. So, today's episode. This internet chokehold is just, I'd rather not.
We've been avoiding this topic. This is what, episode?
No, it's
30.
Yeah, I don't know. It's far in.
Yeah, and we've been avoiding it.
We've been avoiding this one. And unfortunately, this chokehold, I think, kind of like
threw it in our face.
And we're like, we kind of gotta just talk about it.
Yeah.
And so there's a young lady on Instagram who is going viral at the moment because she's a big workout girly and she is pregnant, like in the last weeks of her pregnancy.
Yeah.
And
very far along.
Very, very far along. And she just found out and publicly outed her child's father and current husband for being extremely unfaithful. Obviously, this is not something that she knew about prior to. And since her finding out, a lot of different women have come out the woodworks and said that, me too, me 3, me 25.
Literally.
So like upwards of like 25 different women have stated that they have been with her husband. And to me, it's just a really sad story.
It's really sad. Like, I think for me, my first reaction is just feeling for her and I know what it feels like in that last 4 weeks of being pregnant. You want to just relax.
Yeah.
It's hard to move. It's hard to do stuff.
Yeah.
You're nesting. You're getting everything ready.
Yeah.
And so I think for her to go through this at this time is just so... Like, my heart breaks for her.
Yeah.
My heart really breaks for her.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are asking her, like, why would she put her business out there? Why would you even bring that to yourself?
Yeah.
But the way I looked at it is that why should I have to hold all of that while he just gets to continue to do what he's doing? And while he continues to not take, because she talked about how he's not taking any accountability. He's texting her and saying, you didn't have to put me out there like that. You're embarrassing yourself. Just saying those kind of things to her. And she's like, I'm not embarrassed at all. Yeah. I didn't do anything wrong. Ugh. You're the one that did something wrong. And so I do see both sides. I could see how you could be, keep it to yourself. Yeah. But I also understand why she chose to post it. Yeah. I don't know what I would do, but I kind of like admire her for that. Because she's like, no, you're not going to be accountable. You about to be accountable.
Yeah. And I think that her emotions are likely running really, really high. Right. Just like you mentioned, she is very, very far along. Yeah. She's in those last... I was talking to a girlfriend who's pregnant as well, and we were talking about the home stretch. Like, it's just... You just want the baby out at this point. Yeah. Like, you are just, like, counting down. Yeah. Because it's... First of all, your body has gone through just drastic changes. Yeah. You
have that heaviness on your pelvis.
Physically, probably sciatica. All of the different things you're going through. Then your life is about to change. It doesn't matter if you're first or you're third. Like, your life changes when you bring another child into this world. And so having to navigate that, then to finding out something like this, like, her emotions are likely all over the place. Yeah. And so I can infer that also maybe played a role into maybe her decision to share. Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, she has every right. To be fair. Yeah. She can do whatever she wants.
She absolutely can.
Because one thing you're not going to do is tell me how to feel. Yeah. And my reaction 100%. To something that you've done.
And how I deal with,
Can't, and that's the thing. So it is not anybody's place to ask her any questions. Yeah. She is the one going through it. Yeah. And if she felt like that was the best thing for her in the moment, for her mental health, for whatever the case may be, to get clarity, to reach out to these females, to speak to them, to know what they did, to know what explicit acts they engaged in.
And she was asking the details.
She was asking for the details.
She was asking the details. I was like, oh, this is a strong girl. Yeah. She don't just be in the gym. She's actually strong. Yeah. Because she posted all these voice notes. Yes. And she's like, so where did y'all do it? Yeah. And the girl's like, in the car. And she was like, how many times? Yeah. What day? Yeah. What time? Yeah. Where were y'all? Like, she wanted all the information. The details. She wanted everything.
Exactly. And so for her to want that, and then to want to know that information, it's for her. And her wanting to know that is no one's business. Like, and I mean, no one's like, they cannot judge her for wanting to know. For
what she wanted to know. Correct.
Exactly. Because it's her experience. It's her lived experience, not anybody else's. Right. So it just, for me, very heartbreaking. Yeah. It's unfortunately that representation of marriage that is still there. Yeah. That you do deal with, that infidelity is a part of marriage. Yeah. Now, whatever she chooses to do, leave, run for the hills, she's well within her right.
Yeah, for sure.
She decides to stay, she's well within her right.
Within her right, correct.
It's completely up to her. It's up to her. It's just one of those things. So we don't use this internet chokehold as a way to like dissect her relationship. It's more so for what we got next, honestly.
It kind of spurred.
Yeah, it spurred. Yeah, because honestly, it wasn't even the chokehold we were looking at until it happened, and we were like, we can probably read this thing finally.
Yeah, because we had this letter just chilling, and we were kind of like, to be honest, we were waiting to have an expert. Yeah. We were waiting to get our infidelity expert. That's really what we was waiting for.
Mackie was playing.
We was trying to get it. We still going to have him on. Yeah. We're still going to have our expert come on. Yeah. But we were definitely holding on to this letter. Like, oh, this will be perfect when he comes on. Yeah. Because that is his area. That's his area of expertise. As a therapist, that is his area of expertise, helping couples through affairs. Yes. So we wanted to have him come on. Because again, that's not something we've experienced. Yeah. And we try to stay away from things that we have not experienced, because like we said earlier, a lot of the things we talked about is our lived experience. Yeah. So for us to not have, like, I've never been cheated on to my knowledge, and I think same with Lara.
To my knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, to our, like, again, to
I'm
our
sure
knowledge.
Not, I mean, I can't. But I'm sure not. I'm sure not.
It's Lara that she's sure not. Yeah, I'm sure too. Yeah.
Like, I mean, we can, from what we know.
From what we know. Yeah. Yes, but So it's hard for me to talk about things that I have not experienced or not lived through because I don't have any anecdotes to share. Yeah. I like to be able to put myself in someone else's shoes, and I can do that, but only theoretically.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, honestly, like as a psychologist, I've worked with couples who have gone through infidelity, and you still provide the direction and and you help guide, right?
Yeah.
But for a podcast that really is heavily focused on like a lot of our experiences, there's just certain things that we can't speak too much on, you know, and this listener letter. So we got a listener letter, and we're gonna read it and talk about it. And so the people want to know. So, like we mentioned, we've been sitting on this for a little bit, but I think this situation kind of prompted us to really talk about it. So it says, "Hey, Dr. Lara and Memi, love y'all's podcast. I'm a proud peak seeker, and I'm from the DMV," which was another reason we were not so keen on reading this, because
not that big of a place.
We're just like, this is a little close to home. I came across an episode where you guys were guests on Real Love Scenarios and were helping a friend tell her best friend how to leave her man. Well, I have a similar situation. I'm going to be as vague as possible because the DMV is so small. I've been holding this in for a minute and need y'all's take because my group chat is split. A few weekends ago, I was out at a spot in DC celebrating a friend's birthday. It was packed and me and my girls were having a good time until I just happened to look over to the table next to ours and I saw my friend's husband, yes, husband, sitting down with a woman on his lap.
Yikes.
They were real cozy. She had real in bold letters. Whispering, laughing, and then she kissed him. And not a peck, like a kiss. I froze. I couldn't believe it, and I've been trying to tell myself maybe I saw something else. I didn't say anything in the moment, and I haven't told my friend yet. She's been with this man for years, and they have kids. I don't want to cause any drama, but I also feel sick holding this in. I don't know if this was a one-time slip-up or if he's out here disrespecting her regularly. Do I tell her, or do I stay in my lane? Signed, Torn in T Street.
This is how I felt when I read this letter the first time. Just like, Miss Jackson.
Literally.
Miss Jackson. Yeah. I can go first. So I will say there's a hierarchy of things that I would ask you first. Number one, what is your proximity in this friendship?
Ooh, child, that is number one.
That's number one. What's your proximity? And I ask this because...
And what does that mean, ma'am? So I think...
Okay, yes, proximity is how close are you guys? Yeah. On a scale of besties, like inseparable, like she probably would have been out with you that night.
Yeah.
You know? Or
hallway
all the
buddies.
Way to... Yeah, acquaintances, like I see you at a party, you're cool. Or there's an in-between, like we check in quarterly, we check in monthly, we may go to brunch every now and then.
Yeah.
What's the proximity? And I ask that because that can kind of determines, first of all, how well your friend will take this or how well you can kind of predict her response and also your comfort. For instance, I talk to Lara multiple times a week, if not every day.
Yeah.
So it would literally be impossible for me to keep that from her.
Right.
Regardless of how she would react, regardless of her thoughts or whatever would happen, I would literally have to be able to tell her, or I would not be able to talk to her that much.
Right.
Once that's determined, you can kind of go from there. If it is someone that you're super, super close to, you almost have to tell them.
Yeah.
If it is a friendship that is not an everyday friendship, it is more like a monthly or quarterly friendship, then we go to the next set of questions. From what you know about this person, is this person a crash out or not? Is this person going to tear down the entire city?
Burn to the ground.
Burn the city to the ground with your name attached.
As the lighter fluid is being, she is putting your name right in the mix.
And Laura, I'm going to let you go. And the reason why I say this, y'all, is because I am at a place in my life where peace is my most valued asset. It is my most valued asset.
Yeah.
And you can call it selfish. You could say self-centered. I don't care. If anything is coming to mess up my peaceful symbiosis that I have in my family, that I have in my marriage, that I have with my friends, that I have in my job, that I have, I worked hard to get to this level of peace.
Yeah.
So if it's any inkling that you're coming to destroy that, guess what? Guess what? You're going to have to hear from a little birdie, because I'm not saying a word. I'm taking it to the grave. If I know that telling you is going to interrupt my peace and what I have built, I'm sorry, you're going to have to find out another way, because I am not going to trade in my peace for nothing. I don't want no husbands knocking on my door, calling me everything but a child of God. I don't want you I don't want his mama calling me like, what kind of nonsense is that? Why you in a bit? Like, I don't need nobody calling me about nothing.
Opening the door for disrespect.
I don't need any disrespect because I'm trying to help you out, or because I'm running to, no.
Yeah.
So that's all I will say about that.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually real nice, and I like that. Nice little bow. I would ask similar questions. So I think that she mentioned the proximity. I think that is pretty important. That's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, in this DMV that we live in,
I just don't want to say the quiet part out loud. I can't say it.
Just the DMV that we live in.
The streets is
Streets is
nasty.
It's nasty.
Bad out there.
Just why I be in the house.
Why be in the house?
Because when you in the house, you don't see nothing.
Yeah.
Period.
I don't even go outside to see anything.
You might hear it, but you don't see it. And there's a very big difference between hearing something and seeing something.
Look, that's another thing.
You know,
that's another one on my list.
For me, I'm speaking from your lens, so clearly you saw it.
You saw it, baby.
You did see it.
You saw it. So
I think the proximity to me is absolutely important. Yeah. And I know that might not necessarily, because what I don't want is the statement, you're not a girl's girl.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I didn't even think about that.
Stop. I don't even be caring about that. No, I'm a girl's girl. What I mean by that is you can say that until
you got to be a girl's girl.
You got to be a girl's girl. So don't play with me. You can say that until you got to be a girl's girl.
You gotta be
I would never. If I see something, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Until they start blowing up your life. Yeah.
So, like I said, proximity is very important. So if this is like one of my besties, my girl, and I
saw it. Oh yeah.
Like I witnessed.
Yeah. I'm like this.
Number 4K. One, I will likely have evidence.
4K.
I will likely have evidence, because what you're not gonna do,
you're not gonna play in my face.
You're not gonna play in my face.
That's playing in my face.
You're not gonna play in my face. And so what you're not gonna do is say, she thought she saw, that's not what she saw.
Lie.
So I would never even come to you. Number 1, unless I saw it. Number 2, unless I have evidence for you.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't mean evidence as another person also can back me up and say they saw it. No, I would have video evidence, picture evidence, something.
Yeah.
Right? That's number 1 and number 2.
That's another question. Did you get like a glimmer? Like, did you
get because I'm not saying that your eyes was hazy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there was smoke in the club.
People want facts, you know?
People want facts.
People want facts.
Even if there's because nobody want to call somebody and say that.
Yeah, you don't.
At least not to me. At least I would never want to call somebody to provide this information to them ever, right?
Yeah.
So I would want to come locked and loaded, stacked with evidence if I was having to ever have to do this, right? Number 3, it's outside of the crash out. Mm-hmm. For me, it's, what are you planning to do with this information?
That's real.
And I don't, and like I mentioned before, like I cannot determine what your reaction is.
Right.
But your history is always, that's a good indication, right?
Yeah.
So not even if you've dealt with this before, so it's different if it's like, your man is out here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing.
Your man is out here.
That's a different thing.
You want to live in Delulu land. you just want me to now add to it. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to know, is this girl, clearly you're surprised. So maybe this is your first time seeing this or experiencing that. But that's another question I would want to ask.
Yeah.
Like, is this a pattern with this man?
Yeah.
Or this girl, if this was a girl, but like this is a guy. Is this a pattern? Because if it's a pattern and the person was comfortable enough to be at a club to do that, that means this is not probably the first or second time.
Correct.
Right? So, and you're saying, and you did say, I don't know if this is a one-time thing, meaning you, from your perspective,
this is like news to you.
This is news to you.
Yeah.
If this is your girl's girl, you have a responsibility to make sure she's informed. Now, what I would do, I would speak to the husband and he has to tell her.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has to tell her. So I'm not going to tell her.
Yeah.
You going to tell her.
Yeah.
You going to tell what you did.
Yeah. That's I like that.
That's me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you could, I'm going to show you the evidence. This is you, right? That's not your wife, right? So you have X amount of time to tell your wife.
5 days.
To do that.
I'm actually going to auto send this for 5 days.
And
so if you want me to turn it off,
do it yourself.
I suggest you tell
However you want to provide that information, you do it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is how I would.
Blackmail.
Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Because what's not going to happen is now that if your husband told you what he did.
Yeah.
That's on y'all to figure out.
That's exactly. I'm not in it. Which is my preference.
I prefer not to be in it.
I would prefer not to be in it.
I would prefer not to be in it. Yeah. And like I said, so it's like, do I tell her? No, you make him tell her.
Yeah.
And you stay in your lane. You stay in your lane.
Yeah.
So now, like, if the husband wants to bring you into it, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, I feel like for me, I want to stay in the lane that's opposite. I don't want to be anywhere. I want to be an HOV. I want to be an HOV. Y'all could be in a slow driving lane.
Passengers are more just me and my man.
I want to be far away.
Yeah.
So that's me.
I feel that.
That is me. And like the DMV is so small.
It's tiny.
It's
so
like small.
If you didn't see it, somebody else probably saw it. It's probably gonna tell her anyway. So it's just.
But what I don't want is a situation where it's just like, oh, you knew and you didn't say nothing.
That is also like. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad because this is such a terrible situation that you're in. Like, it's bad. And I'm not laughing at you. I promise. It's just
no.
It's like we've experienced similar things, so it's just kind of like it's just a very tough situation.
Yeah.
So I definitely think you have to ask yourself those questions. I love Dr. Lara's advice. I love the idea of telling him to tell her, like, hey, and also I don't know your relationship with the husband. That again can determine how close you are. Because if it's like your best friend, likely that you're kind of close with her husband as well. So he would have probably been shook and pushed the girl off.
Bruh.
If he saw you, he would have pushed the girl off his lap. Because he knows that his wife's best friend is standing here.
Yeah.
So I guess that also gives us a little bit of insight into probably how close you guys are, which makes this a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it's an acquaintance, you don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, not like you don't care, but it's not really your responsibility to tell her.
Yeah.
And then if it's a really close friend, it's like a no-brainer. I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
But it's that in between.
That gray area.
Yeah, that kind of is a little bit harder when it's not your best friend, but it's somebody you care about. It's a friend that you like spending time with.
Ooh,
it's,
tough.
Somebody that's important to you. So it is a very tough one. I will say, wisdom is important.
For sure. Discernment is important.
You have to be wise. And again, I'm just going to ask you to just try your best to protect your peace. Because I've seen these situations
go so left. Oof.
Go so terribly bad. Because what you don't want is a situation where you're trying to protect your friend and you end up regretting that you ever said anything.
Mm-hmm.
You wish like I just should have kept that to myself.
Yeah.
So again, you have to ask yourself, what kind of friend is this? There are some friends that would take that like, I respect you so much and I really appreciate you for coming to me with this information. I'm going to make sure that you stay out of it. I'm not going to use your name, but I appreciate this information.
Everybody ain't like that though.
It's rare.
Everybody ain't like that.
You know if that's
Yeah, if
how
that's
your
the type of
friend is
friend
going
you
to
got.
react.
Yeah,
You know, like
facts.
I know my friends that are like that.
Yeah.
I know my friend that's going to burn the ground down. I know them. I know them very clearly. You know what I'm saying?
You under the bus or where you at?
Above or under?
Where are you in proximity to the bus? Are you under the bus or are you over the bus? That lets you know this friend gonna put me under the bus.
This friend gonna drive over me, leave the tracks right all through my back. Or is your friend gonna protect you? Right?
Is your friend gonna protect you?
So it's like I feel like that is what makes this so complicated.
Yeah, it does.
Because you don't know how it's hard to predict how that person will react. And some people will tell you like, you have to act based on your own integrity and forget about what other results would be. And that's also another lens.
It is another lens.
Not my lens, but another lens.
That's your lens?
Nah.
Not at all.
No,
not at all.
Myself.
Yeah.
I gotta put me first, Lucius.
I gotta put me first, Lucius.
Sorry. I gotta think about this. I gotta sit down. That's how my wisdom works.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's definitely a tough one, and we feel for you because nobody wants to be put in this situation. Yeah. Nobody wants to be the bad guy because unfortunately, you the bad guy.
Yeah, you gonna be.
And oftentimes the message will be getting shot up.
Yeah, and a lot of times because it's embarrassing.
Yeah,
like you know how embarrassing that is.
That's embarrassing.
You know how humiliating that is. That my friend saw somebody that they came to my wedding to come and see him.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's embarrassing.
Humiliating. So that's also like, and you have to also take it with that level of care.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is tough news, not only to give, but it's extremely tough to receive.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And would you want to know? I go back and forth with this all the time.
I don't think so.
I don't think I would want to know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
I don't think I would want to know. But then it's like some people don't want to know. Yeah, so that's another thing.
That's the thing, right? Like
that is my go-to. Like if somebody asks me what I want to know, first of all, it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Like if it's Lara, you need to tell me immediately. You need to FaceTime me while you're there.
What? Dapo? You have anything you want to tell me? While we in our meetings.
Put him on the Summer Jam screen.
Hey, go call Dapo, please. What was you calling Dapo for? Because we had to talk about something. Dapo, you tell her already? Okay.
Yeah. So also, it depends on who you are. And then number two, it depends. Like if it's like a acquaintance.
Don't tell me.
Yeah. I didn't want you in my business at all. So the fact that you know, that's enough.
Is enough.
That's already embarrassing enough. Just keep it there.
Low key. Don't come to me. Don't come to me woman as woman. Woman to
don't
woman.
come to me woman as a woman. Otherwise, it's like, let me just find out organically. I literally saw something on TikTok the other day, and it was a guy that was saying women that don't go through phones find out through dreams.
They said, Lord be talking to them through the dreams.
And I resonated with that so much. Because I'm like, I don't really have dreams like that. Yeah, but my intuition is no joke.
Oh, for real?
So it's going to... I talked about the time Daya threw his phone away.
Oh, yes.
And I heard about it in a dream.
In your dream.
And God was like, go ask him, where's that phone?
Yeah, you did.
And I asked him, and
God was like, Holy Spirit was like,
where's the phone? And he was like, in the trash.
In the trash.
I was like, I knew it. He got in so much trouble.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And I got a new phone.
Not too much. It
wasn't out you. It was the grandparents.
Grandparents forced.
Because the grandparents disrupt everything that you be trying to do.
Look, and trying to build up a good a man with integrity.
Integrity and responsibility.
And they come in here. Yeah, please, just give him fun. Yeah. Good job.
That's funny. We digress. But
sorry, we digress.
But no, and we're not trying to make light of this at all. Please.
Yeah, sorry, we're
see
not
our hearts. This is a tough one. And like I said, definitely if I don't know you like that, don't tell me nothing. Yeah. Actually, don't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself. Talk about it in your group chat. Do whatever you want.
Have fun.
But yeah, I feel like if we're close, tell me.
Yeah.
Now, and again, we're not talking about what she should do, right?
Yeah.
You decide to say, you don't, whatever. That really is your choice. Yeah. But I think the question is like, should she stay in her lane?
Yeah.
Final answer. Should she stay in her lane or should she tell?
There's still so many unknowns.
So let's just say she is in the middle type of
Intimate
friend.
friend, stay in your lane.
Okay. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
If, again, we gave you all the scenarios, but if it is like a, in between friend, I say stay in your lane.
Yeah, stay in your lane. Unless Holy Spirit is just like,
yes. Also, prayer. If you're a praying woman, pray about it.
No, definitely pray about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
pray about it, and also
that's actually first, low key.
Yeah.
Because I think that, and also, is this viewed to you as tea, which it should not be?
Yeah.
Like, because even you talking about
group chat.
I was just about to say that.
Why was you in the
group chat? You could be just saying that she was trying to get perspective, but
the group chat kind of crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, like I feel like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, is this tea for you?
Yeah. If it's tea, then 100% don't say nothing.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
But
if you were like literally torn and you're like, I am in a group chat of 3 people and I just needed,
or they was out with me,
or they were out with you, that's different. But like, it should not be a situation where this is tea.
Yeah, like this is the hot topic of the week.
Yeah, because this is somebody's life you're playing with.
Somebody's life.
And so
it's so delicate.
Yeah, and it's
so
delicate.
Sensitive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, child. Oof.
Yeah.
So, Mems, we still got to give the people something.
We always do.
Yeah,
we always do.
What we got for them?
So, this was interesting because I think you guys know that I'm in a relationship coaching class. And a couple weeks ago, we were talking about affair recovery. And so we were kind of learning on how to coach couples that have been through affairs, how to kind of work their way back to each other. So there's 12 steps. I just want to give y'all a little taste of 3 things you can do if you are someone that has been on the receiving end of this kind of information. If you are someone that someone has come to as a woman or as a man, and you are working on rebuilding your relationship.
Wait, so this is the person who was cheated on or cheated?
The person that was cheated, the person that has cheated, the cheater in a relationship.
Yes.
So because in our training, we're learning that the only way to recover from an affair is if the cheater is willing to do as much work that is required to regain the trust of the person that was cheated on. So the onus and the responsibility of saving the marriage is on the cheater because the cheater is the one that stepped out.
I just want to pause for 2 seconds because that means she didn't forgive you today, or he didn't forgive you today, tomorrow, this week, this month. Because you want the relationship, you are coming back every single time.
You're working.
And you are working.
You're working. It's
not, she didn't forgive me or he didn't forgive me the first time, the third time, the 10th time.
Or the blame. Yeah, because a lot of people, I can almost hear the people saying, but what if the person was not doing what they needed to do? What if I was not getting enough sex? What if I wasn't getting enough attention? And that's why I cheated or that's why I stepped out.
Sure.
Pull it back in.
Sure, rein it back in.
The act of cheating is on you. There are multiple things you can do before you get to that. Before you get to the act of cheating, if those other things are actually problems.
Yeah.
One of them is separation. One of them is leaving the man. Like, if it is that bad, you have options. And, therapy, getting help, or going to coaching. Of course, divorce is like, last resort. But there are things you can do before you cheat. Cheating is on you. That was a choice that you made. And that needs to be owned. That needs to be respected. And so coming back and then like expecting the person that was cheated on to be like, I know it was my fault. Wrap that up. That's not how this works.
Wrap it up.
That's not how this works. And not saying the person can't take accountability for neglecting or anything that happened.
Or withholding,
Yes, they absolutely can take accountability on the effect that it's had on the marriage. But the act of cheating is on the cheater. Full stop. Okay? So 3 things that you can do if you are working on rebuilding your marriage after an affair as a cheater. Number 1, show remorse. That's kind of what we're talking about anyway. Is you're not blaming them. You're not saying that if you would have just did this, I wouldn't have had to go nowhere. No.
It's not no if then sentence.
There's no if then, babes. It's I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm going to do whatever it takes.
I am going to work
to make this work.
Yes.
You know? And number 2, these things are really, really hard. And so if you heard any one of our other episodes where I'm like, there's no coming back from, it's because these things are difficult.
Yeah, they are.
So it is a concerted effort that you are making. The second one is ceasing all contact with the people that you had an affair with, 1, 2, 3, whatever. But that means if you work together, looking for a new job. I mean, if it's a neighbor, moving to another neighborhood.
Yeah.
That means if it is a church member,
going to another church.
Like, contact needs to be ceased. Some people will say the person has a problem, a cheating problem. Wherever you go, you find someone else to cheat with. That is deeper.
Yeah,
that's a deeper issue.
This is a demon. You need to work up out of you.
You need deliverance, babes. but let's just talk generally. Yeah. Typically, ceasing all contact is enough to kind of, you know, nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
The third is opening all your accounts. Yes. That means there are no locked phones. If the phone is locked.
Phone, email, Facebook, social media, everything.
There are no secrets.
Everything.
There's nothing hidden. There's nowhere to hide anymore.
Nowhere to hide.
Bank accounts.
Everything
is completely
You are literally an open book.
Yeah. Because you've kind of the reason that these 3 steps, the last 2 steps, is to rebuild trust.
Yes.
Because I love to use the example of a wrinkled up piece of paper. Once you wrinkle up that piece of paper, which is what cheating does to trust in a marriage,
never gonna be straight again.
It's not really gonna be straight again.
Ever.
It's not going to be straight again.
Iron pressed, all of that. Yeah. It's never going to be straight again.
So you have to do your best and your hardest to get it as straight as you can.
Absolutely.
Right? So you're doing all these work to rebuild that foundation of trust.
Yeah.
And you can build it back to a point where you can have your privacy again.
Yeah.
It is totally
Absolutely.
possible. We've heard so many testimonies of people who have been through these kind of infidelity early in the marriage or even in the middle of the marriage, like at any point in the marriage, and work their way back to each other. And now they have a healthy, thriving relationship.
Absolutely.
So I know I'm always like, leave him, like dump him for sometimes. But as I'm growing and maturing.
Praise the Lord.
In this work, I do realize that it is possible to recover.
Yeah.
As long as both parties are willing to do the work.
Absolutely.
And I know we said we're talking about the cheater having to do the work, but the person that was cheated on also has to be open.
110%.
That's all you have to do. All you have to do is be open and willing to rebuild the trust and accept the work that is happening.
Yes. You know, and just to piggyback off of that, you know, yes, it is the fault of the cheater, but it is the responsibility of the person cheated on to forgive. Yeah. If you want the marriage or relationship to work.
Yeah. Because sometimes you're done.
Like, you're
sometimes
done, right?
You just can't see them. Like we were even joking earlier about when women cheat, men are typically like, nah.
I'm out of here.
There's nothing to discuss.
See ya.
You're done.
Yeah.
And that is what we see commonly. When women are cheating, it is a lot harder for men to forgive than it is for women, right?
Yeah.
And so if you are in that scenario, man or woman, but if you do feel like, I can't ever see you the same, I'm not interested in the work, the betrayal is too much, the pain is too much.
Yeah.
You have, like Laura said, you have the right.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you are saying you want to forgive, the same way the person is now being transparent and being vulnerable and opening the door up for like truth and forgiveness, that is something you also need to extend, right? And however long that takes you is fine. Yeah. But if you're saying and you're committed to staying, then that needs to be something you're actively working towards. Because staying in your unforgiveness, staying in bitterness does not help.
You're not moving forward.
You're not moving the needle forward at all.
And like she said, there is no time limit on these things. So it is, healing is a process.
Absolutely.
Like you have a scab or a wound on your leg. It takes, it doesn't heal overnight.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't turn into your perfect skin overnight.
Right.
So give yourself time, take the time that you need, but just show that you are willing.
Yeah. And just like with the wound, there's wound care, right?
There's still wound care.
There's wound care. You're doing all the things to make sure that it doesn't fester, that it doesn't, get infected. You're cleaning it and you're making sure it's dry so that it can scab and then become healthy, right? Yeah. And it's the same thing with this. Like there's something that has now been opened and you don't want to keep putting salt on it. You want to make sure that it's healthy and closed and so it can heal properly. You're putting the necessary ointments and all that stuff on it so that it heals properly and quickly. Yeah. It's the same thing. Yeah. You recognize that there's something wrong. I've caused a wound. I need to treat this wound delicately and I need to do all that I can to make sure that it heals properly. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. So, there may have been moments that we laughed during this episode and while we read the letter, but please know our hearts that we were not laughing at this scenario because we feel very much this scenario. Yeah. We're like tied to it more than we want to be, right? But like we said, at the end of the day, it really is, you're in a unique place where saying something could be helpful, not necessarily harmful, but like, what is the end goal with you sharing this information and how helpful do you think it will be for their marriage? I think are some of the things that you need to consider. Would you, I know we didn't say this and this is obviously, I don't want to we probably should end the episode, but I wanted to ask, would you say something to him?
To the guy?
Yeah, so not even telling. So like, I told you I would say you need to tell her. Yeah. But like, would you say something to him? Like, if you weren't going to tell her, would you say something to him?
So if I decided that I'm not saying anything to the girl, the friend, my homegirl, would I say anything to him, like in terms of what, like you need to tell her?
No, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I would definitely, I would probably, to be honest, I would probably do it on the spot. Again, depending on our proximity. I feel like that matters so much.
Yeah.
Because I have some friends that are a little bit more distant and I don't have any relationship with their husband at all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I have friends that I'm really close to where their friends are like my brothers. Yeah. So if it is, depending on the proximity, I would just walk up to him on the spot and say, hey, are you on crack?
Are you smoking?
Is it cocaine? What is wrong
crack
with
cocaine?
You? Like,
it's got to be one or the other.
You need to get yourself together, baby.
Please get yourself together.
Because sitting on a lap is one thing. Like, whatever. You're just having to being boys will be boys. But kissing, no. You're doing a lot.
Why is she whispering sweet nothings in your ear? Why?
I'd probably drag the girl off of him.
Okay, bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Log me off.
Which is why, like I said, I be inside. Can't see nothing when you inside.
and I be outside, but I don't be. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God I don't be seeing stuff like this, child.
Oh, child. After that, I want to say send some more letters in, but low key.
Keep your letters. Like, no.
Keep them letters. But no, seriously, send us letters. Send us more letters. Like we held on to that one for a little while.
Some that we just sit on.
We held on to that one for a little while just because we were hoping the infidelity expert would just come in and talk about it. Yeah. But I think it was just I don't want to say perfect, but a necessary time as any.
It was relatable to that video we saw. Because like 3 people sent me that post.
Yeah, a couple people sent it to me too.
Yeah.
So we want to know, what would you do if this was a middle of the road friend?
Please tell us in the comments. I'm so curious.
What would you do? Would you say something to the girl or not?
Yeah. I'm so curious. Yes. Y'all, please tell us in the bottom.
Yeah. And Torn and T Street, give us an update because we know you probably were like, these girls is not even serious. They took too long.
Only God knows what you've done by now. Oh my God.
If you want to, we would love an update.
Yes, please tell us what you did. Oh my goodness.
What did you do? Again, we want to thank you guys for rocking with us. This has been another episode from Chats from the Peak.
Bye.